Yeah, Dopest Renegades was good. We are back. We are back. Y'all see what time it is. What you want? Now, y'all know, man, me being a hip hop head, we had to get this one out here. What you want? I seen it all in the comments, man. Everybody was talking about he's paying tribute, like it's a tribute to like Beastie Boys and everything. Rest in peace, MCA. But yo, so this one right here, I had to lock in for it, man. I'm looking at this right here, how it starts. There's three of them right there. You already know the Beastie Boys. That's how they was running around. So I'm hyped to get right into it. Thanks for all love and support for the channel, y'all. I really appreciate it. Just recently got my internet fixed and everything. I tried to do a live stream last week, but it just didn't work out well. But yeah, this is dope. Ready to get into this. Thanks for all love and support. I can't say it enough. I love the Dopest Renegades, man. Let's see what Ren is talking about. Oh, we got our notes. So he said, this is a tribute to all the early hip hop. My bad. I'm just ready to jump right into it, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just hyped. This is a tribute to all the early hip hop I grew up listening to, particularly groups like the Beastie Boys, Tribe Called Quest, not ATCQ, KRS-One, the God. I love messing about with in the early 90s flows. It was lots of fun. So pretty much he's saying this is a tribute to like, these groups. Well, KRS is one person, but Tribe Called Quest and Beastie Boys and all that. And Beastie Boys like Run DMC, like Run DMC always gave me Beastie Boy vibes. Run DMC came out after Beastie Boys, but yeah, just the three members, their flows, their sound, all that stuff. Beastie Boys had some fire production too, man. They were all dope. Let's get it.
Oh my god, music these days is like so lame. I can't listen to the radio without cringing my big tits off. I wish someone would take it back to the old school. Boom like dynamite, yes I get wild. Blowing up the scene like a freaking missile. Quick hit the deck, so here comes the pressure. Sounds so ill, better call the health inspector. People of the world, people all over the nation. This is my jam, yes I bring the good vibration. Lyric education, I'm elevating the ratings. It's blatant, I'm painting the shape of this great innovation I'm making. When step up on the scene, fresh like grass when the grass is green. Start the compression, I'll be the master. Sword in the stone, I'm the new King Arthur. Could I get a minute to finish this pinnacle of music? Fuse it with blues and then use it carefully. Please don't abuse it, lose it like a mental patient. Schizophrenic conversation. Hi Ren, my name is Ren. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's great, man. I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3. I got what you need, I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic, old school song.
Devastating words like a whirlpool, tough like a turtle.
I rock a whole room without a single rehearsal. Face turn purple, blowing off steam. I glow like Christmas, watch me gleam. Come out the blue like a shark attack. I got you in my jaws, how you gonna react? When I snap my trap, I crack your back flat. I biggity, 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 snap my trap. Jump in, jump out, shake it all about. Move to the sound now, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, sit the fuck down. I'm king like Kong, so pass me the crown. I'm warrior like Xena, Julius like Caesar. Cooler than an ice cube sitting in your freezer. I'm Rocky but I'm meaner, I'll turn you like I'm Tina. Flow could turn an atheist into a believer. I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3. I got what you need, I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic, old school song.
You got the scratching.
Flipping sick face, I'm wicked tricky, I'm lippy, I'm sick. Ripping you tripping, okay then dipping then rip off the set. Break with the rhythm, I give them shivers, I'm triggering kids. Edibles, biblical, mythical, critical, hold my breath.
Hold my breath, nothing more, nothing less. Puffing, draw, passing left, busting raw on her chest. I digress, I'm a menace, I'm a mess. On the baker, make the bread, undertaker, raise the dead. I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3. I got what you need, I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic, old school song. I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3.
Hey, it looked like they had a lot of fun making this.
Oh, that's great, man.
We're shooting, filming.
Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were. It was okay.
Wow. Dang, why you ran on his parade, man? Let that man film. Man, y'all ain't shit, man. Salute to Ren, man. God love it right there, man. And then like just everything, like the visuals, man. You know how you had the globe and everything. You had the globe, you know, that 80s, like when you're walking around on the globe and you're looking up, the different camera angles, like the bubble eye lenses and all that stuff. Like he got that shit down packed, man. It was dope. My favorite part, I want to say, it was at the end, man. At the end when he's walking down the street and he just like changed up his flow and he started rapping. That was my favorite part. But it's like you could tell he's paying homage to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild because when you talk about groups like Tribe Called Quest, they had like their videos. You know, that's one of my favorite groups of all time too, HTCQ. You know, so they'd be walking down the streets rapping and everything. Him and his friends, like, they're having a good time and all that, just riding around, just walking around, walking through the store with the water gun and everything. That joke was dope. It was just a real good time. So you already know, man, especially with this hip hop shit, y'all already know we go walk, we ain't running through this, man. Got to get in this lyrical breakdown and see what's popping with it, man. You already know. Let's go. And then I like what the beginning of it. He's like, oh my God, music these days is like so lame. I can't listen to the radio without cringing my tits off. I wish somebody would take it back to the old school. And I love, that's such a fire hoodie that Ren got, man. The whole sweatsuit with the 2 Nike signs up front. Then on the legs, he got the 2 Nike signs on the legs. Joint right there was dope. And right here, it looks like they're walking into a store and everything. And I believe this is where they change. Do they change their clothes in here? Yeah. So I just caught that, you know what I'm saying? I was still captivated. So they went in there and they changed into like, you know, some 90s clothes and everything. And then they walking down the street. And then this one, Ren says what he says.
God, music these days is like so lame. I can't listen to the radio without cringing my big tits off. I wish someone would take it back to the old school.
And then he's like and then the flows, man, he's just got like, you know, he's got like 80s and 90s flows all throughout this. So he's like, boom, like dynamite. Yes, I get wild. Like who in this day and age, right? I mean, because he's, what he's paying homage to, it's cool. But who would seriously, like somebody that really wants to captivate somebody's ears in the modern age say boom like dynamite? No, that was an 80s and 90s bar that just was explosive, no pun intended. So I like how he started with that to grease you into it. Boom like dynamite, yes I get wild, blowing up the scene like a freaking missile. Quick hit the deck, sir, here comes the pressure. Sounds so ill, better call the health inspector. You know what I'm saying, the ill sounds. People of the world, people all over the nation. This is my jam. Yes, I bring the good vibration. You know what I'm saying? Vibrational vibes, energy, and all that other stuff. Lyric education, I'm elevating the ratings. It's blatant. I'm painting the shape of this great innovation I'm making. You know what I'm saying? So this great innovation I'm making, I'm painting it, I'm molding it, I'm doing all I can with it. So let's get back into it, yo.
Boom like dynamite, yes I get wild. Blowing up the scene like a freaking missile. Quick hit the deck, so here comes the pressure. Sounds so ill, better call the health inspector.
And then it's like the ad-libs, like with these groups, that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? They'll come through like the Beastie Boys, you know, Tribe Called Quest, they'll do that too. Like they'll just Run DMC, they'll do it too. They'll come in there and ad-lib the rapper. Like, of course, they're a group, so they do it and it makes you feel, it was like the style back in the 90s and the 80s, you know? Yeah, I feel pressure, no, that's nothing extra. Like they do stuff like that and it's just part of the sound.
People of the world, people all over the nation. This is my jam, yes I bring the good vibration. Lyric education, I'm elevating the ratings, it's blatant. I'm painting the shape of this great innovation I'm making. When I step up on the scene, fresh like Ross, when the grass is green.
Right there is hard, man. So he's like, when I step up on the scene, so when I'm in the building, when I'm there, he's like, when I step up on the scene, fresh like grass when grass is green. You know, like when they cut the grass and it's green, fresh like grass and grass is green. Style that can blast you. I'll be the master, sword in the stone. I'm the new King Arthur. You know, King Arthur's sword in the stone and all that stuff. Could I get a minute to finish the pinnacle of music? Fuse it with blues and then carefully, please don't abuse it. So once again, we're talking about hip hop. Hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying, was born like the blues, rock, and other genres all come together. Like hip hop takes from all of those and combines it into hip hop. So that's why he's saying, you know, could I get a man to finish the pinnacle of music? Fuse it with the blues and then use it carefully. Please don't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're using the blues and everything, but don't abuse it. You know, use it for good and everything. Lose it like a mental patient, schizophrenic conversation. Hi, Ren, my name is Ren. That right there is crazy. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's a great man. So he's talking about being schizophrenic. And he's like, conversation. He's talking about Hi, Ren. Obviously, he has a song, Hi, Ren, and he's having a conversation in his head and he's answering himself. You know, it's dope.
Make it when I step up on the scene, fresh like grass when the grass is green. Start the commercial, I'll be the master. Sword in the stone, I'm the new King Arthur.
Could I get a minute to finish this pinnacle of music? Fuse it with blues and then use it carefully. Please don't abuse it. Lose it like a mental patient. Schizophrenic conversation. Hi, Ren. My name is Ren. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's great, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like him talking to himself. Hey, my name is Ren. Hey, nice to meet you. You know, great. Oh, that's great, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's having a conversation with himself and he's answering the questions. I like that right there. That was real clever. If I didn't know about Hi, Ren and all that other stuff, I wouldn't have caught that. And that's what I was saying in the comments. I like being able to be somewhat in tune with everything that's going on. And then he's got the chorus. I got what you want. I got what you need. Perfect, like 80s, late 80s, early 90s / feel right there. Old school kicks and the new school twist, banging on my MP3. So what he says right there, old school kicks with a new school twist. So it's like I'm rocking these beats, but then he's talking about an MP3. So you already know in 2025, MP3s are a thing of the past, but 80s and 90s is before MP3s. So it's like I'm bringing like energy from the 80s and 90s, but I'm stopping it over here with MP3s and everything. So it's like a mix between old and new. The MP3 represents the new, you know, the beats and the flow that he's on represents, you know, the old. So he's putting them together. I got what you need. I got what you need. The vintage music, bounce like elastic, old school song. So, yep, it's dope, man.
It's Ren. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's great, man.
I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3. I got what you need, I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic, old school song.
And then it's crazy to look at Rent, man. Just it's crazy that I paused it right there. He just looked like he's up to some shit. But so like with that too, man, it just memories, man. I remember I had a little Memorex, man, a little 128 megabyte Memorex. It was kind of like the color of like what Ren's wearing right now, that blue, but it was like kind of like a violet. It was like bluish purple. But yeah, man, I had one of those, man. I used to make beats and stuff like that. So I had all my beats on that MP3 player, man. It's a little Memorex, 128 megs. We already know that's like 10 seconds to a song nowadays. But yeah, but like that had all my music up there, man. My homie had got locked up. He had it on him. He got out. First thing I said, yo, where's my MP3? He ain't have it, man. He's like, yeah, man, when they took all the stuff, because, you know, if you guys been booked before, you know, the police, I don't know where everybody's from, but I know where I'm from. When the police book you and they run your pockets, you're not getting all that stuff back. The police is taking some of that money that you had, they're putting in your pocket, putting it in their pocket. If you got something worth some value, they're putting it in their pocket before they even book you. So the precinct doesn't even see, you know, the stuff you had, you know, especially if it's something illegal. You don't want to be like, hey, I had some drugs in my pocket and the cop took it. You can't do it and the cop knows that. You know, he's going to go sell it or use it, whatever he does. But anyways, like he got out and he didn't have it. So I was like, man, this is messed up. So I when I was moving out of the house, man, I had like a little small computer and everything, and like I just threw it away. Cause when I lost that I threw the computer away and all I had was the MP3 for my beats. And then that right there made me stop making beats because all I had left for that was on that MP3 player, all the beats I made after I threw the computer away. So yeah, just a little joint right there.
Devastating worlds like a world.
But damn, y'all, my bad. I'm all over the fucking place over here thinking about shit. So he's like, devastating worlds like a whirlpool. Tough like a turtle. I rock the whole room without a single rehearsal. That right there is hard. We already know Ren could do the improv stuff. You know, that's why he's saying devastating. And then y'all were saying like the one take videos he does, which is crazy to me. A lot of these videos he be doing in one take. And I remember you guys were saying sometimes he'll do multiple takes and just put out the best one. But sometimes he'll do one take with the multiple takes and the first take was the best one. And he puts it out. So he's like, devastating worlds like a whirlpool. Tough like a turtle. I rock the whole room without a single rehearsal. Face turn purple, blowing off steam. I glow like Christmas. Watch me gleam. Come out the blue like a shark attack. I got you in my jaws. Now, how you going to react? You know what I'm saying? Come out the blue like a shark. I eat you like a shark. You know, I got you in my jaws. And how you going to react when I bite you? When I snap my trap, I crack your back flat. When I wiggity snap my trap. That right there is too, man. You know, shouts to Crisscross. You know, cause inside out is wiggity whack. You know what I'm saying? That right. Salute to Crisscross too, but let's get it, man.
Song.
Devastating words like a whirlpool, tough like a turtle.
I rock a whole room without a single rehearsal. Face turn purple.
And then the scratching too, the scratching shit. That right there, that's iconic for hip hop.
Like a whirlpool, tough like a turtle.
I rock a whole room without a single rehearsal. Face turn purple, blowing off steam. I glow like Christmas, watch me gleam. Come out the blue like a shark attack. I got you in my jaws, how you gonna react? When I snap my trap, I crack your back flat. I biggity snap my trap, jump in.
So that right there, so y'all see what he did right there, right? Like when I said Crisscross, you already know Crisscross song is, if y'all know, jump, Crisscross will make you jump. You know, rest in peace, man. One of them died. The dark skinned one died. I think that was Mac. I think that was that Mac Daddy? It was Mac Daddy or Daddy Mac. I be getting their names confused. But yeah, like both their names are Chris and everything. Jermaine Dupri side them when they were kids. They didn't want to be rappers. And Jermaine Dupri ran up on them and was like, yo, y'all got the image. Do y'all rap? They're like, nah, we don't rap, because during the time rapping was corny. He's like, nah, we don't rap. What you talking about? So Jermaine Dupri wrote Crisscross's like Jump. Jermaine Dupri wrote a lot of their music, if not all of it. So salute to Jermaine Dupri. So that's where Crisscross came from. I grew up listening to them too. So what he says is, so I like the way he does. He's like, when I snap your trap, I crack your back flat. When I wiggity snap my trap, jump in, jump out, shake it all about. So we know Crisscross's song was jump. So he used that right there. I believe he used that when he said jump in, jump out, shake it all about. And we already know shake it all about and all that stuff. That's old too. Move to the sound. Now sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. I'm King Kong. I'm king like Kong. Now pass me the crown. And then he gets into like this whole Xena scheme. It's dope.
Biggity snap my trap, jump in, jump out, shake it all about. Move to the sound now, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, sit the fuck down. I'm king like Kong, so pass me the crown.
Hard. I'm a warrior like Xena. Y'all remember Xena, warrior princess from back in the days. I know my 90s babies, man, and back remember Xena, warrior princess, man. Now, think about Xena. You know, during this time, you had Xena on TV and you had Hercules on TV. Yo, they did do an episode. They came together and did an episode. I remember before the episode happened, when I was a kid watching both, I was like, yo, they need to do an episode. They just go so good together because the way it's filmed, Xena and Hercules is filmed kind of the same way. You get the same vibe. When you're watching Hercules, you can see Xena coming out of nowhere. Like, you can feel it just because the scene is the same. It's a perfect scene for her to walk in. When you're watching Xena, you can picture Hercules just walking on screen. They had their little sidekicks and everything. They were very similar. So this right here, man, this joint right here was hard. I'm a warrior like Xena, Julius like Caesar, cooler than an ice cube sitting in your freezer. Another 90s play on words right there. That was something everybody talked about, ice cubes and everything. Hell, you got the rapper Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? So when people talked about ice back in the day, it's just crazy how bars graduate as years go on. Like, you got to come up with new shit. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, the type of bars he's spitting is what they were saying back in the day, just in clever ways. So he's like, Julius like Caesar, cooler than an ice cube sitting in your freezer. I'm Rocky, but I'm meaner. You know, salute to Rocky. I'll turn you like I'm Tina. So now we're talking about Tina Turner, the singer, Tina Turner. Ike and Tina Turner, you know, rest in peace, Tina Turner. I'll turn you like I'm Tina. Flow could turn an atheist into a believer. So he's saying his flow could, you know, obviously make you a believer in everything. Let's get it, Ren. My bad, y'all. My arm cracked.
Warrior like Xena, Julius like Caesar, cooler than an ice cube sitting in your freezer. I'm Rocky, but I'm meaner. I'll turn you like I'm Tina. Flow could turn an atheist into a believer. I got what you want. I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school.
Like this part right here, man. This part right here got me right here. This scene right here, this globe scene, how they're just walking like that. It was so fire.
Kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3. I got what you need. I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic. Old school song.
So, all right, so let's get to verse 3. I wasn't expecting verse 3. I didn't think he was going to have 3 verses up here. I thought he was going to end it after that. But verse 3 is my favorite verse from him up here, I got to say. Because I feel like each verse is dedicated to a different sound. Because I feel like he's going forward. I feel like the first verse was like 80s. The second verse felt more 90s. And this one is the closest to modern. And he's like, you know, flipping sick kick flips. I'm wicked, tricky, I'm lippy, I'm sick. Ripping, you're tripping, no kidding. Dip it, then rip it up the set. Quick with the rhyme, I give them shivers. I'm triggering kids. Syllables, biblical, mythical, critical. Hold my breath, nothing more, nothing less. Puffing draw, pass left. That right there is hard. You know, puffing now, pass it. Pass left, busting raw on her chest. Do I really need to break that down for y'all? If y'all don't know that, y'all need to grow up right there, man. Y'all need to go live life if y'all don't know what that means. Busting raw on her chest. I digress. I'm a menace. I'm a mess. That right there is hard, man. Busting her chest. I digress. I'm a menace. I'm a mess. And you were talking about busting on her chest. I'm the baker, make the bread, Undertaker, raise the dead. So we already know what Undertaker is. Shouts to, a real Undertaker, and shouts to, that WWE shit. Shouts to the Undertaker, let's get it. And then I forgot all about the scratches. The scratches are just that was therapeutic for me. Going down the slide and shit. And then like the dancing, man, you already know, man, when it comes to hip hop, this was like part of the culture, all the dancing and everything, the dancing, the B-boys, break dancing on the cardboard and all that other stuff. Shit, even when I was younger, I used to like do a little, I had my own little move, man. It was break dancing, but it was like my own little move. And it's crazy because I never told my kids about it, but my kids be at school showing kids that. They're like, Daddy, I do this? I'm like, yo, how the hell did you learn that? You know how they say like DNA is like passed down to like your children and all that stuff? I never taught them that. But they do the same exact shit I used to do when I was a kid. Music would come on, I start doing a little breakdance shit. It's crazy. And then what Ren does with the leg, when he jumps over his leg right there, that's like an iconic dance right there. Well, I ain't gonna say iconic dance. That's an iconic move when it came to like the B-boys and everything. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Flipping second face, I'm wicked tricky, I'm the
Yeah, see this right here, man. I love this part right here. When he in the all black with the Nike, let's go.
Flipping second face, I'm wicked tricky, I'm the I'm sick. Ripping, you tripping, okay, then dipping and rip up the set. With the rhythm, I give him shivers, I'm triggering kids. At the boost, biblical, mythical, critical, hold my breath.
Hold my breath, nothing more, nothing less. Puffing, draw, passing left, busting raw on her chest. I digress, I'm a menace, I'm a mess. I'm the baker, make the bread. Undertaker, raise the dead.
Hard, man. That part right there was so tough. Then they get back into the dancing and all that stuff. So he came through and just ripped that verse real quick. Now the thing about the verse, right? That's what I meant to say. The way this verse starts, it doesn't really, the beginning of it, in my opinion, I don't really see like anything to break down for it. I think it's just he's showing you his syllable rap. Like, cause sometimes rappers will do that. They'll show you how they could like syllable rap. They're not really trying to say anything. They're just kind of showing you the way they connect words. And it doesn't always make sense. I could be wrong, but it's just what he's saying. Flipping sick kick flips, that makes sense. But he's like, I'm wicked, tricky, I'm lippy, I'm sick. All right, so that does make sense too when I read it again. Ripping, you're tripping. I'm ripping, you're tripping. No kidding. Dip in, then rip up the set. Okay, I get it now. I gotta see it. You see when I say it out loud and I critique it again, I'm catching it now. So he is showing the syllables, but he is saying things too. And then the way he says it too, that's another thing. The way he says it, it's in a way where it's hard to like get what he's saying. But when I heard him rap it made more sense. So let's get it.
Flipping second face, I'm wicked tricky, I'm the I'm sick. Ripping, you tripping, okay, then dipping and rip up the set. With the rhythm, I give him shivers, I'm triggering kids.
Yeah. Quick with the rhythm, I give him shivers. I'm sick with the rhythm, give him trick. Sick with the rhythm, give him shimmers. I'm triggering kids. Yeah, so yeah, he's triggering kids when he hits them with the rhythm and he's sick, and they see the way he's sick with it, so it gives them shivers and it's triggering kids. Okay, got you. It sounds crazy when I say it, but I know what I mean.
When you're tripping, okay, then dipping and rip up the set. With the rhythm, I give him shivers, I'm triggering kids. At the boost, biblical, mythical, critical, hold my breath.
Hold my breath, nothing more, nothing less. Puffing, draw, passing left, busting raw on her chest. I digress, I'm a menace, I'm a mess. I'm the baker, make the bread. Undertaker, raise the dead. I got what you want, I got what you need. Old school.
And that's what used to happen. That's the move right there that Ren did. I wonder how many times it took him to do that, man. I know y'all be knowing stuff in the comments and in the community, man. Like, how long did Ren ever talk about that kickflip he just did and how long it took for him to master that? Or how many times he attempted that before he got, because you could really break your knee in your leg doing that shit, because you're literally taking your leg out of your other leg and pull, like, you know what I'm saying? You're like lifting a leg and dropping it in. Like, that joint is crazy. You got the one where you pull the leg out, then you got the one where you drop your foot in and your leg in, crossing your other leg. It's crazy.
What you need. Old school.
Like that shit right there. Yeah, that shit right there.
Old school kicks with a new school.
See, you see how happy he is after he did it? Like, yo, I'll be happy. Look at this. Look at this shit right here. Like, look at his face. Ray got this old shit look on his face. But he got it. Then when he got it, he smiled.
Old school kicks with a new school twist. Banging on my MP3. I got what you need. I got what you want. A vintage classic. Bounce like elastic. Old school song. I got what you want, I got what you need.
Did it get dark? Wasn't it daylight out there?
I got what you want. A vintage classic, bounce like elastic, old school song.
It did get
I
dark.
got what you want, I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist, banging on my MP3.
They walked away like they killed that shit. This part right here was funny too with him in the store.
Oh, that's great, man. We're shooting, filming. I'm up to resist.
Saying he don't get it. He's like, we're shooting, we're filming. At this point, man, I don't understand how nobody, if Ren be filming in like the same cities and all that, like how y'all said with the cop when they thought somebody was being kidnapped, the cop was like, oh, that would be Ren. They weren't even worried about the shit. I'm surprised at this point, man. Well, maybe this is before they got familiar with him. But yeah, I was just saying, like, you would think, like, because even when you see them walking down the street, you don't see nobody looking back. It's just like, oh, that's Ren recording. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with him, he must be new to the job and everything, take his job serious.
We're shooting, filming. I'm up to resist. Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were. It was okay.
See, I thought everything was okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to somebody telling me I can't do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to this, like, yo, this is my city. And you see the people just walking past, nobody cares. It's just like, oh, that's Ren. All right, what he tripping about? That's Ren.
Okay, sorry, bro.
That's hilarious, man. So yeah, salute to Ren, man. That was What You Want. Jump was fire, man. I really enjoyed it, man. Salute to the Beastie Boys, man. You know, rest in peace. You know, MCA, rest in peace, John Barry. You know, Mike D, Ad Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like they did, yeah, they did a lot for the culture and everything. They was like in their prime in like the 80s and everything. And then, you know, because you know, during that time, like you had your Kumo D's, you had your Busy Bees and all that stuff. Shit, you had Eric B and Rakim. What we talking 80s? Yeah, Eric B and Rakim. We had Big Daddy Kane. We had all that stuff going on. You know, and then like that, you know, that's the 80s. And then, of course, how can I forget Run DMC? And then you got people like Tribe Called Quest and all of them that started like, they came on the scene in the 90s, like the early 90s, and they still had that flow with them. Then, of course, y'all got my GOAT, Nas. Nas came in the early 90s as well, you know, rapping since he was like 13 years old and all that stuff. And he came into the scene, raised the bar. And it's just the way you just look at the hip-hop trees, like it's amazing, man. And especially me being a hip-hop head growing up in it, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up around it. Like my pops used to listen to it all the time, and it's like it just gravitated towards me. The storytelling, the art behind it, just the culture itself. You know what I'm saying? The things that you know that we went through, like as Black people, as African Americans, it's like it was like the voice from us. Like because a lot of people listen to hip hop and they look at it as like glorifying violence. It's like there's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like every culture has a bad part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have the ones like when Nas is telling the story and he's talking about like how there's like crack fiends and all that other stuff, and you know there's a bullet, you know, I'm in a shootout, I cock it back, see a bullet caught up in the chamber, you know, now I'm racing, I'm in danger. When he's saying stuff like that, it's giving you an idea of what goes on in the hood. It's like they're reporting what's going on in our neighborhoods and all that other stuff. So that's why it resonates with us so well, because especially when you hear like where's from somewhere you're not from. So let's say you're on the East. When you hear the West Coast rapping about the same type of oppressions and everything and the violence in the cities and the whole crab in the barrel mentality, when you hear about that, it's like, oh, so y'all going, you know, this is before the internet and all that stuff. So it's like, oh, y'all going through it too. You know, so me as a kid hearing about the West Coast and the, you know what I'm saying? And like, of course, like I'm a Midwest baby at heart, but then hearing about the South, you know, you had, you know, Outkast and all them, Scarface singing their songs and everything. It was just, it brought everybody together because hip hop brings people together, man. That's what it does, man. Hip hop really brings people together, and that's why I love it. And that's why it gives me energy, and that's why I be so locked in with it. You know, even with this, I didn't study none of this stuff. It's just stuff that I've been around, and I just know I got knowledge about it, and that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to Ren doing this, I'm learning more about him. I'm learning more about his influence. Same thing with Harry Mack, learning more about his influence, and it just draws me closer to these artists. Just like how I have my favorites, I know a lot about them through their music, and I'm learning about them through the same thing. But yeah, y'all, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I got the internet fixed. Like I was saying before, I got the internet fixed. I went ahead. My internet's faster than it's ever been right now. I'm telling y'all, we had to go up there. We swapped out modems. We thought that was gonna fix the problem. The modem, it made the internet connection like it made it faster, but it didn't make it stronger, if that makes any sense. So it would make it like the videos didn't have to buffer anymore. They would load. But like I said, when I did my stream, I was on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. YouTube, like if y'all watch it right now, y'all see it. It's like 30 minutes, and like the majority of the video, you see me in the beginning setting up, and then near the end, you see me telling y'all I'm gonna cut the stream. Now I can stream, Kick, YouTube, and Twitch all at once without missing a beat because my upload speed and my download speed is the best. So yeah. And that's why I had to tell the dude and my cable provider, man. I mean, my internet provider, I had to tell dude, I was like, yo, man, I need upload speed. He was like, would you run a test? I'm like, yeah, I ran a test. You ran it on your phone, didn't you? I was like, no, I ran the test on my PC. He's like, oh, he's like, well, with that speed, you should be able to do anything. I'm like, bruh, like I'm talking about live and going live. My upload speed, not my download speed, because when you're streaming, you need upload speed. You know, that's what gets out to everybody. The download speed, the videos and all that other stuff, downloading games, you know, playing games. Well, playing games is upload and download, but I'm mainly focused on upload. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, maybe you do need one of the pods. I'm like, bro, I've been talking to you for 20 minutes about exactly what I needed. Man, I took that joint home, plugged that joint in, took my Ethernet cord, ran to my PC. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I was trying to stretch the video 30 minutes, so I felt the need to tell y'all about that, man. But yeah, much love and respect to you guys, man. Oh, yo, and then also, man, I appreciate you guys. Hope I gotta get some shout outs real quick, man. Like we had like some supers and everything. Where you at? Where you at? Where are my supers? I'm trying. There we go. We got one right here. Yeah. So big salute to AIX, man. He sent me a super, or he or she sent me a super. I appreciate it. You know, they sent a super with their comments. Screech's Instagram stories is another missing puzzle from the other trilogy. I met Ren a couple months before he released the Tales of Screech when YouTube recommended Ren Children of the Moon. And Screech's Instagram stories was the promo video. That's fire right there. I'm gonna have to look at that. I love to see fellow renegades telling the story of Eden's treasure hunt. Big thanks, King Lo. Big salute to you, AIX. And then we have Lavender, man. Lavender with the super thank you. You know, they say thanks. Wow, I appreciate you saying the lyrics and playing the scene. Everyone must miss some. Salute to you too. Ren is an eclectic cinematic genius, aka Ren is a legend, and his renegades are legion. Be back. Thank you. Salute to you too. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all love and support from you guys. I can't say it enough. I know I feel like I say it all the time. Protect your peace with your peace. Stay damn. I bet y'all got too excited. Stay away from negativity and naysayers. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the dopest. And I will see y'all soon, man. I'm trying to. All right. So when it comes to live streams, I'm looking at doing live streams on Sunday. All right. I'm going to try to do live streams on Sunday because right now my schedule, I'm off Monday. So I could do live streams on Sunday. So yeah, y'all. Damn. So yeah, look out for that live stream on Sunday, y'all. Probably gonna be playing Def Jam Fight for New York again and hollering at y'all. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. See you soon. Peace.